What up, guys? Ninja here. I am gonna give you guys a game review. VR poker, and it's called PokerStars VR. Some of you probably heard of PokerStars. They've been around forever. I remember playing on PokerStars online, long time ago. Fake money, then real money. Then I believe it is fake money now for the US. I'm not sure. I haven't actually played that kind of stuff in quite a while. But I recently got back, or didn't get back. I recently turned my VR on. I've had a Oculus Rift for a little over a year now. I utilized it the first couple days, checked it out, kind of cool. Continued on with CS:GO. Oculus got packed up, put next to the computer, never touched again. And then about January 10th of 2020, I opened it up again. Decided I wanted to try. I don't remember what game got me to want to try it. I believe I saw a Star Wars game or something. I'm not really sure. But I get on, checking a few things out. I see PokerStars VR on a featured page, I believe, or a recommended page. Download it, check it out. So I'm gonna go through everything on here. I'm gonna be very outside the box unbiased. I'm gonna go the good, the bad, the ugly, and just suggestions of what I would do if this was my game going forward in the future. Okay. I'm gonna also try to keep this video 15 minutes or less. Don't want to rant for too long. So first experience, you get your chips. I think you start off with 20,000 chips. Maybe it's 25,000 chips. I don't really remember. You go to this big wheel in this lobby, which I'll show you guys briefly after I record this. And you spin it. It's like a giant Price is Right wheel or something. You spin it, spins around, boom. There's a bunch of different options. For me, I always hit almost the lowest amount possible. I've seen people hit big amounts, but my wheel spin has been pretty terrible so far. No, but nothing issues. But my wheel spin, whatever. I jump into a table I can afford at that point, which is going to be one of the lower tables, and instantly I get in the table. I'm setting up, and there's a lot of younger people playing at the younger tables. There are props in this game, and you can. There's a few free props you start off with. As you continue on, you can grab more props out, and there are some pretty cool props: beers, drinks, some cigars, some smokables, some edibles. The sushi, super cool. Okay, these are things you can interact with. Okay, you grab one, eat it. Pretty cool. You got a beer? Oh, got to pop the top off? Got to drink it. Oh, you're mad? Break it. Very awesome things. Very awesome things. Some cool card holders, this and that. At the lower tables, it is mostly props being thrown around. Young people not really playing poker. Mostly just trolling each other, or just the Wild West. It's fine. It's to be said about any free game. Any free game, you're gonna run that into. PokerStars is a free-to-play game, but what they do have is an option in the store. In the store, you can buy more props with things they call star credits. Star credits are earned, I believe, over time when you're playing hands. You can also go in here and buy star credits. The lowest amount being 200 for $2. The highest amount being 13,500 for $99. Now, every once in a moon, I hear it's it's not very often. They run a sale and it's 2 times. So on the 2 times, you can get 27,000. Same goes for chips. Chips, the smallest amount you can buy is 10,000 chips for $2. The largest amount being 5 million chips for $99. Right below that is a $49 option for 1 million chips. So honestly, if you're gonna buy chips, you buy 5 million for $100. The sell applies for this two times. So you could potentially, if you come in at the right time, you can get 10 million chips for $100. I will leave microtransactions out of the conversation. You either like it, you don't like it. I personally bought some chips to go up to a higher table to see if, hey, is there better poker at the higher tables. I bought the 5 million chips. I was able to play at a larger table. Once I got to the larger table, what happened was I met a lot more mature people. There was actually better poker being played. And I'm not going to say great poker, and we're going to go into that in a few minutes. But there was better poker being played, and there seems to be a tighter community as you go higher. You know, the lower tables. And at the lower tables, don't get me wrong, there are some people who can't afford chips and they have to start there and they have to grind their way up. So there are decent players at the lower tables. Majority are going to be young people or people who just like to mess with people in video games. But as you get higher, you're going to run into two types of players. First type of player is a poker player who's here that enjoys poker. Maybe they're trying to improve their game for cash games, or maybe they just enjoy playing poker but prefer to play it for, you know, free money. Very enjoyable, very cool people. Then you have other players who, they're the critiquers. You're going to run into these guys at actual poker games. So it's nothing new. If you play poker, you already know these guys. But these are the guys who will play a little more loosely, but get super upset if they get drawed on, or if they believe that you called with a hand that they shouldn't, you know, that you shouldn't have called with and you end up beating them. Even though if you sit there and watch enough hands, they almost play the exact same way. But as you go to the higher tables, much more pleasurable to play with. That's where I've gone and tried to stay. My bankroll has gone up and down. It fluctuates quite a bit in this game depending on how you play. When I first came in here, I came in to have fun. And I was able to get some chips. I was able to get onto an uncapped table where the buy-in is uncapped. You can buy in for as much as you want. And the plus side to that is if you have patience, you can take, you know, 2,000 or 2 million. I mean, some people even buy for 1 million, but I would say if you're going to play on a table, you buy in for 2.5 million. That should actually be a game rule. We'll go over that later. And build it up very high because some people will jump in and they'll bring in $100 million, $200 million. I've seen up to 400 and something million dollars brought onto the table. And so that table, there is poker, but there isn't poker. The reason why I say there isn't poker is because the guys who come in with the very, very large stacks will make the blinds extremely big every time. So the blinds are 25,000, 50,000, but you're not seeing a flop less than, on average, 300,000. $300,000 is what that flop's going to cost you on average with most of those players. And then the betting will get ridiculous from there. Some of the guys who have so much money will just say, hey, I'm going to push in and wish me luck. And, you know, they're lucky. A lot of the times they win. I mean, they don't lose a whole lot. And when they do, they win it back. So, very fun table to play on. I do enjoy it, but it does mess up my actual way of poker. So, as you go up in the higher stakes tables, you do meet better players. Uncapped being the highest right now, of blinds being 25,000, 50,000. So that'd be my general view of just the game play and players so far. Cool things about this game. I haven't actually tried the other one yet. I am going to try it, and I will release an update for that one, or a review for that one too. But chip play. There's a lot of cool chip play you can do. You can break your chips up and down for the most part. As long as they do, you can you start getting a bunch of chips. You can start downsizing your stacks to larger stacks. These are $5 chips. These are $25 chips. So they're stacks of 100. You're able to break them down as you start winning more, which is very cool, super easy. And then, hey, you're like, hey, I'm getting richer. You can break them into 100 chips. And then, you know, now You could break it into a $500 chip. Sorry, hard to grab sometimes. I'm still new with VR. $500 to 1,000 chip, 1,000 to a $5,000 chip, $5,000 chip into a $25,000 chip, into a $100,000 chip, into $1 million chip, into the highest chip right now, I believe, is a $5 million chip. So the chip denominations and all that stuff, the chip play, very cool, very very good. I hear the other game doesn't have that. I'm not sure. I haven't played it yet. The other thing is they have some very cool environments. I know the camera's pointed at me. You've probably seen some stuff right here. But some of the poker rooms they have are very beautiful. If you're on an Oculus Rift or the Rift S. I hear the Quest players or whatever the other options are, they don't see all the graphics that we see. But I do see them, and a lot of hard work is put into them. They're very nice. Only one room do I have any issues with, and it's their final table, main event table. That one has so much going on that it will give me issues from time to time. I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, I have a really good PC, so I don't know why I'm having that issue. So chip plays really well. Gameplay is better as you go up higher to stakes. Community. This community, I've been waiting to post because I've been going back and forth. I've seen the things. I try to make friends with everybody. I'm generally a friendly guy who likes to poke fun. I don't attack somebody. I joke at the table. I poke fun. I have fun with everybody. The community, on the other hand, this community just thrives on drama so far. From what I've seen, I've been on here since January 10th. They have their own Discord. It's called PokerStars VR. There's also a few side Discords that people have to keep their, every community has small circles. Great. I think that's a perfect thing. You don't have to get along with everybody. If you can narrow that down, you have a main Discord and you have your friends on a different Discord, cool. Or maybe some people like to play large cash games. Some people like to play sit and goes. That's amazing. But what I've noticed is that people love to get mad at this game. They love to get so mad that since I've been here, I cannot even count the amount of times that somebody has gone onto Discord, type. This game is too much. I got bad beat. Somebody played so bad. I'm leaving this game forever. I'm never gonna play it again. I'm gonna uninstall. I'm gonna cut my cord. Blah, 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 blah. And every time I've seen that, I've seen the person back at the table so far 90% of the time. And I've only been here about a month. Less than a month. So that's a little annoying. I think that has become a thing that's normal. So what happens is someone will type that, and then you have a ton of people telling them why they should stay, and they're such a good person, and they thrive for that attention. It's not for me, but it's part of this game. Apparently, it's part of the Discord. So the community on that point, there's a lot of drama inside and outside on the Discord, and it's very easy not to be in it. Just choose to stay out of it, honestly. But you do see it, you do read it. You'll have to eventually either ignore it or watch what you comment back on it because people get upset very easily. What else about the Discord? The Discord has leaderboards that update automatically, which is really cool. So they have leaderboards for all the tables. They had little sections for the VR PTs, which just happened this last week, and I'll get there in a second. I swear this video is probably going to go over 15 minutes now, but it'll be worth it. But the PokerStars VR Discord, overall, very useful. I would tighten the ship on a few things. I would have active moderators in there that were maybe it was actually their job to be a moderator, and they laid out some rules. There's no exceptions. That's the only thing I would change. Gameplay. On this game, you can play with cross-platform on VRs. I didn't understand this wasn't a thing before, but now I do after talking to some people. So I guess on certain other poker games, or maybe even other games in general, the people who are on Quest can't play with the people on Oculus Rift and vice versa. The problem that comes with that I've seen is that the props are a part of the game. So people break props out, it'll cause issues for the guys on the Quest. Sometimes they're black screened. I'm on an Oculus Rift, the original one. Sometimes I'll black screen too if too much is going on, and I'm using my OBS recording and streaming. So, um, those do become a small issue. I'm not going to pretend to act like I know how to fix those issues, but I will let you know. They just had their big tournament this weekend. They've had them a couple times, I believe. The VRPTs, Virtual Reality Poker Tour. They have a mini main, a main, and an ultra high roller event. If I knew that this existing problem was such a big problem, I believe I would disable props during those tournaments and goes. I think that would have fixed a lot of issues. And then if someone DC'd or something, it may be their internet connection. I know this game is very good about if someone had an issue and you bought into a tournament, they get you back. But I think that would fix a lot of problems. During events like that, any kind of tournaments, props are disabled. You know, it'll cut down on a lot of stuff. It'll be a lot more streamer friendly, and it'll be a lot more. It'll be closer to real poker, I believe. Speaking of the VRPTs, this bad boy, I won the mini main event. It was the first tournament of the weekend. I played very well poker. I was getting very well cards, rolled with it, came through my first table, came through the second table. I believe I'm the first person to join as soon as I joined and entered a VRPT and won. I could be wrong, though. But I did win a bracelet. Pretty cool. A lot of people have them for bragging rights, stuff like that. I believe I'll be in the lobby on a poster sooner or later. What else? What else about the game? I know they're coming out with a bunch of new features. Hopefully, a rejoin feature is one of those things for when someone DCs, they have a certain amount of time to get back on the table. That would be nice. I also would want to see in the future, you can play from Steam and you can play from Oculus. It's preferred to play from Oculus so you can send your friend requests, people get invites. Steam guys, you know, they don't really have that option. But I know in a lot of video games that are third party to Steam and they connect together, there is an option on those games, at least, to link your Steam and whatever other game it may be. That way you can have a joint friends list and you can invite from that other friends list. So maybe in the future, you're probably already looking into it, but I would look into making a link button that would allow you to invite Oculus players from Steam, or Oculus and Steam to invite back and forth while they're in this game. It would be one joint friends list. All you got to do is link the accounts, obviously through the websites, authenticated to you, et cetera, et cetera. So I would like to see that in the future. Multi-table tournaments. I've already heard the rumor that's coming, but I would love to see that. I don't think it takes a whole lot of skill to beat one table to go to a final table. Obviously, I did it, so I can speak on that. I think if it was a multi-table tournament, I would be ecstatic if I won that. I would feel great. Multi-table tournaments, I think, are a must, but obviously, you got to figure out the quest stuff. The only other thing that I can actually think of is that I can't. This game overall is 2 thumbs up. I have little to no complaints about the game, but I am on an Oculus Rift. I can play just fine. The actual gameplay is just fine. The chip play, poker, the way the dealer works, all that stuff, amazing to me. Community, I've met some awesome people. It needs to be moderated a little better, but that's with any gaming community, honestly. This game's so small that it's very easily to put everybody in 1 or 2 places. So you gotta moderate that a little better. Friends list. I can't explain enough, but we got to get the friends list to work. We got to be able to get Steam and Oculus people to be able to invite each other to get into games. It's very frustrating. Besides that, the features they have, like the camera, giving somebody a stream badge. Did I even put that on? I hope I did. Giving a Steam this stream badge right here is something so small, but it's awesome. And those come from the guys at all the devs, and they give that to you. So when you get to a table, hopefully people see that you're streaming and they're a little more respectful. I do like that option. And the chip play, the gameplay is great. I've only tried to fold a couple times and grab my cards or grab the chips and vice versa, but that's being new to VR. The gameplay is amazing. So anybody thinking about getting PokerStars VR, I would consider two things. Are you on a Quest opposed to a Rift? Can you get a link cable? And are you able to survive those smaller tables to get up to the good ones? If you jump in and you judge the game on the smaller tables, you won't like this game. Once you get to the middle to high tables, you will enjoy this game. There is some good people. There's some good one table sit and goes going most of the day. And this has one of the most active and responsive community leaders I've ever seen in a game before. He actually comes in the game. He'll respond to your messages. And he's actually pretty good at poker right here. But just kidding, Jordan. But they do have a couple outstanding people here that will make this game keep continuing to go up and up. So if you're new to VR, you want to play poker. If you play poker already outside and you didn't know there was VR poker, go to PokerStars VR. You can get it on the Steam Marketplace. You can get it on the Oculus Marketplace. And I don't even know if there's any of their VR gaming stores, to tell you the truth. Not into it that much. I'm going to hop into the lobby real quick, show you guys this beautiful lobby, and we're going to wrap this video up, all right? The menu is very easy. It's all on your watch, too. All right, let's break the old camera back out. All right, this is the lobby when you first join in. Pretty cool. You see some people. Yeah. Right here was the current event that was just going on, VRPT Monte Carlo in January. There's the past winners. I will be on there for the mini. So where is that at? All the way to the left. All the way to the left. That'll be me. You come in here. It'll show you the featured item of the day on the marketplace, which is kind of cool. I like it. There's little rats running around right now. If you're new to the game, one of the little rats will have a little envelope above it. You grab it, you get some free star creds. Pain in the butt, but some people have done it very easily. It took me forever to catch that little rat. The environment is beautiful. It really is. A lot of detail. A leaderboard that scrolls through. And it'll scroll through. That one's cash, 100, 200. Not a lot of people on that. Sit and goes. That's the all-time, I'm guessing. Here's the spin wheel I was telling you guys about. 7,300. That's free. You get to do it every 8 hours. There are some good ones on here. That one's pretty good. The ambassador ticket. I'm not going to speak on the ambassador contest. It's already over, I believe. They just have to announce who they're going to pick. There's a real pest problem in the lobby. You see some rats. But overall, very beautiful game. Very beautiful tables. The lobby's nice. It can be a little overwhelming in this lobby when you're looking for a game. A lot of young people on here saying weird stuff, but that's any game, guys. It really is. So, man, this is Ninja saying 2 thumbs up on PokerStars overall. Overall review of the game. This is just my opinion too. Come check it out yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If I happen to miss anything from the current players, list it below. And I could have missed stuff. I've only been here for about a month. But if you're looking to play poker in virtual reality, right now this is my favorite place. Come check it out.